You ever wonder what a klotok is? Well, we're on one and we've been cruising up this river for a few days. They're pretty cool. Let's go check it out. So there's tons of different klotoks to choose from. You got the smaller kind, you got the big kind, you got the group kind, you got ones where you can see into the top of the shower.
You got more original ones, you got newer ones. There's so many different types of klotoks.
Even tinier ones.
You just gotta pick which one.
What's a klotok and why do they call it a klotok?
So actually klotok is kind of like traditional transportation in a river, and they built with the wood and they put some like traditional engine, and it's so noisy. The sound is like so that's why people call it klotok.
I'm Ben, that's Ashley. Together, we did the unimaginable. We sold everything and then set off on a mission to sail around the world.
Civilization. See you later.
28 countries later and over 25,000 nautical miles, we are only halfway around the world.
I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Subscribe to follow the adventure as we finish this lap.
After sailing to Borneo, we had moved our mothership, Nahoa, as far up the river as it would go. Then we hopped onto what's locally known as a klotok, a traditional riverboat. So the engines, like the traditional engines were like really loud, they had no exhaust, it was just straight pipe out.
Yeah, like just we saw before when the small boat passing, it's really noisy, but now we're changing to the different engine. It's more smoother, more powerful, so we can go slowly without really make a really noisy, loud sound.
Yeah, because this particular klotok sounds like a beefy ferry. It's like this quiet hum and it's just cruising. Yeah, cool. There's actually 3 levels. There's a top level, that's the viewing deck. Then we have this center level, which is where the guests kind of sleep, right?
Right, yes.
And then downstairs is where you guys live.
Yeah, it's our space.
Can we start there? Can we check that out?
Please welcome. Come in. Mind your head, because of you're not really enough space here. For us it's fine, but for you, yeah, you have to bend a little bit.
Okay.
This is the captain room.
What is this yellow thing, dude?
This is for the gearbox, with the gearbox, forward and background.
That's pretty serious. And that's for speed.
Yeah, that's the next one. Speed. This one. Captain always has spatial, so this is the room for the captain. So at night, captain stay here. Wow. Spatial, more privacy. We have room, this one, there's a little room, but it's more privacy for the captain.
I don't know how the captain can even see. It's like, you see these klotoks and they're like, where's the captain? You can't see the captain. This guy's going for it. Woo! Well, the captain's actually right here. And it's pretty cool in here. Like, he has his own bed. This is his bed. And then this door closes.
Yeah.
And you have a water tank.
This is from the fresh water, so we're not using water from the river. And this is also, so we have 5 tanks like this.
So it's a little bit luxurious because we get freshwater showers, freshwater flush toilets, freshwater taps. It's beautiful.
The steering wheel over here, but is it cable driven or hydraulic?
Cable.
Cable. Stupid question.
No, it's not hydraulic yet. Well, actually not cable, it's just like a stick.
A stick?
Yeah, stick for to go forward, go backyard with the stick. So we put this one, everything's traditional. And with the gas, we're only using cables.
Cables, yeah.
Cable, yeah.
Okay, we'll check the engine out in a second, but okay, let's go check this out. Watch your head. We're stuck, so sometimes you have to move to the other side of the boat. And there's these big birds up there. They're called hornbills. Pretty crazy looking. No, I'm not going anywhere. I think we're really stuck. Now we're trying to rock the boat. I guess we're staying here for the night. It's getting more serious. We're actually stuck, and this isn't a very wide river. So other boats can't really get by, so we can't spend the night here. I think secretly, I think they need a real captain.
Don't say that, that's terrible. They're fantastic. Whoa, Ben.
Hard though, man.
We are going to the top.
We've been requested to go to the front to get the weight up there.
That's the heaviest. Put him on the front.
Terus.
Oh, I feel it. I think.
Oh yeah.
Terus, Van.
Woo! Good idea.
Yeah. Terus.
High five. Good work, Skipper. We're on top of a log?
Yes. So there are two logs. We only saw it one, but we didn't realize there's another log a little bit deeper, like 1 meter.
You think it was like before the rudder?
Yeah, so actually here, and then when we are watching the bird, and then the back of the boat's turning like that, and then stuck on it.
I'm stuck on the log.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So when we all run to the front, it's good.
Yeah, that's because it's big like that. Oh yeah, good idea.
Here we go. These are the speed up ones.
These are the speed bumps. He's speeding up. There we go. Woo! Deckhander in us keep today. It was his idea to come to the front of the boat.
This is what a traffic jam looks like when you're up the river. It's on a Klotok.
Why do they call them klotoks, actually?
Because they used to have really sort of cheap engines in them. And the noise that the engines makes was he just does. I tried to do it, but I didn't do it justice. That is the best. So now we're heading back to the kitchen. It's amazing what comes out of this kitchen. Let's go check it out. It's a 2-burner gas stove, and we've had just incredible meals come off this. It's fantastic.
And this one is the water for cooking. We use special here. It's a table, but actually this is also for the engine block.
So this thing right down here connects to that big yellow bar up front, the gear shift.
Because of the water has always come from the propeller.
From the shaft.
So sometimes we need to pump the water.
So this is the bilge pump because the shaft where the propeller comes out always has a bit of leak. So they have to every now and then run the bilge pump, the submersible pump, to get the water the heck out of the bilge. So all the traditional boats that we've seen around the world, they're amazing. All these wooden boats are just so beautiful, they're fantastic, but they all leak. They leak bad sometimes. Never mind the propeller shaft, and sometimes just the seams leak. But what Arif is saying is that on the traditional Klotok, they used to have 2 people employed full time to just pump water. What a grueling job that would have been. Like, that's crazy.
Pump the water like this. And usually they have 2 people to do that. So because of they're doing shifting. So one people for 3 hours, take the rest, and then another take the turn to pump the water.
There's another boat coming, so we're just slowing down a little.
Second kitchen to prepare the fast food. Say hi.
This lady right here makes some of the best meals I have ever tasted in my entire life. The other day we had this eggplant with this delicious peanut and coconut sauce. It was just, you make good food. I've been gaining weight on this boat.
So that was the entire crew quarters down below. It's like huge down there, but there's a lot packed into it. And there's 4 people living on this boat to take care of us. It's crazy. We've got the cook, the captain, our lovely owner, tour guide, biologist, extraordinaire Arif.
Thank you so much. Happy to hear that.
And then we have our deckhand, EJ, and he is beautiful. He's been helping out with everything. So, but now we're standing in sort of what is like the common area, where we often tie out to other boats and things. We have 2 bathrooms, one for us and one for the crew. And our bathroom is like spectacular. Check it out.
I mean, we got a flush toilet, we got showers, we've got everything. Soap, shampoo, and the door even closes. Let's check out upstairs. It's pretty cool too. It's just an awesome way to travel up the river. Like, you get to see people like that.
So this area up here is what I call the main deck of the vessel. We've got a covered roof area, and this is our main living quarters.
This is where we hang out, man. Like, check this out. We got a table. This is where we eat. This is where we sleep. And then up here, come on. This is where we bird watch and monkey watch and snake watch, and then it goes further. There's a top deck.
This is the back deck, not the poop deck. This is a great area to hang out. There's a couple chairs out here. We quite like this area too. And then this right here, my friends, is the top deck.
And it's huge. Like, you could literally run laps around here.
Ben,
You could like get your exercise up there.
so there are a couple seasons. Right now we're in dry season, and for us it's been really fantastic because there's been no mosquitoes, really. Like, we've had like 1 or 2 mosquitoes and that's it. And we've been up in the jungle, walking, hanging out with the orangutans. No mosquitoes. It's kind of sublime. But in rainy season, there's other benefits. There's fruits flowering, I don't know, maybe you see different things. There are definitely different seasons to when to come. Right now, we're just moving through one of the viewing stations for the orangutan feeding. And we've already been to this one earlier, and so we're just passing through. We're just going nice and slow through this area. But you'll see all the different types of Kloktoks around us. There are so many different boats.
But let's actually ask Arif when is the best time to come and how do we contact him?
One of the questions that we wanted to ask Arif, who's the expert here, is when is the best time to visit Borneo?
Oh wow, it's good questions. But actually, you can visit here all the year long because of in a wet season you also coming here is also fine. It's mostly less visitor, so you will have your own river. This will be nice experience. Even sometimes you will see some unique behavior of orangutan when they're raining. They grab some branches and leaf and using like umbrella because they don't like rain. So this will be only happening during the wet season. Yeah, all the year is okay. Just the different experience will be.
Yeah. And there's definitely a Klotok here that'll fit your budget and your level of comfort. You just gotta pick which one.
Yeah, decide if you want a good biologist or not. Decide if you want to pay a lot or a little. Just know that you're getting more or less depending on how much you pay. As with everything in life.
Get in touch with the Reef and Desi.